Finally live. Let me take these glasses off so we can actually have a little more personal one-on-one, you and yeah. I hope you guys are having a really good day today. My day, my day started full of anxiety, nerves, tears, all the aboves, man. All the aboves. Yet, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it live right now. Mostly because I don't know. I have this not so sexy voice right now, and I really have never done a live video before, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. After 7 years, guys, 7 years, 7 years, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle of hiding. It's been a struggle of not being seeing my son. It's been a struggle of self-doubt, self-sabotage. That one is really good. That one's very strong. Not good, it's just strong. It's a self-sabotage. I sabotage myself so many times without, man, you know, without even thinking what I really wanted. Like I had an end goal, but I lost myself a little bit too much for too long. I put myself last. It's not something that I'm actually too excited about, but at the same time, if something was needed, it's something that no matter how much I avoid it, it was just gonna get worse. After 7 years avoiding going to courts, hi, hi, hi guys, hi. I'm new to this, so bear with me a little bit. After 7 years, guys, I just came back from court. I'm doing my best to keep it together. I got shared custody of my son. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm trying my best to keep it together. Whatever. Whatever. I've been dreading this day. What's happened is, so you guys can understand a little bit, 7 years after I got divorced, my ex decided she wanted a divorce. Yes, I am out of my comfort zone for sure. For sure. Oh boy, you guys have no idea. For sure. I didn't get to see my son. I didn't know nothing about my son for 17 years. I mean, for 7 years. 7 years. You know. You know. Thank you from Moscow City. Damn. I'm trying to catch up Thank you for the sub. Guys, yeah, Jesus Christ for the Son. I gotta be grateful. I spent 7 years on top of the 13 years that I was already living with my TBI, not knowing who I am and all that. But I didn't know if he was alive. I didn't know nothing if he survived the pandemic. I didn't know nothing, you know? And all I could do was pray because I didn't know where he lived, where she moved. Nothing, nothing. And listen, it was not a bad marriage. She just decided to go back to her ex. Simple as that. But why did I have to pay? I didn't do nothing wrong. Today they said that maybe nothing was gonna get done in court. Maybe it was supposed to be end up in trial. And yes, I am very happy. I'm very happy. It's just like the end of one chapter in your book. Huh? It's the end of a chapter, of a painful chapter, of a painful book. This pushed me to even fall into the agoraphobia, which I didn't leave my house for a whole year. I was in my own prison. I was a prisoner of my own prison. So you can only imagine how that feels like. Thank you for the sub, Adam. Appreciate it. Listen, I started this channel by a mistake, by a rant, by a moment that I just decided to get everything out of my chest and not care. Let's just face it, like I didn't care and I just want to push through it. I just didn't know that in the process of me doing that, I was going to create a community of people that actually support each other. And you guys have sent me so much love. Yeah, sometimes things happen for a reason. And, you know, it's like where one door closes, I want to say that God likes to push us in a different direction through the labyrinth of life. And sometimes when we fight it and we argue and we just want things our way or the highway, that's when we start having a little bit of problem. Because this is not what you want or what I want or what anybody wants. It's what God's plans are. And all the 7 years, I was so angry at God too. I mean, I admit it. I'm human too. But I'm like, if I haven't done anything wrong, I don't have a criminal record, I don't have nothing wrong with me, why can I not see my son? And mind you, it wasn't because I didn't do nothing about it. I submitted papers like 5 years ago in court. The judge never set up a court date. He gave her everything, closed my case, and years later, when he got found of corruption, that judge ended his life. Mind you, after all this that I'd gone through to get to see my son, nothing was done. Oh yeah. I was gripping the sheets last night. I was very nervous. Let me see, Timmy, I suffered from PTSD from the military and I used to stay inside for weeks at a time. I reach out, therapy, and it helped me a great deal. I enjoy my single life. Yes. Timmy, is it Timmy? Tim. Yes, I totally get it. I suffer from PTSD. I suffer from TBI. That was an explosion in Afghanistan 13 years ago. Actually, more than 13 years ago. 13 years ago is when I woke up from the coma. I was in a coma for almost 4 months. My left leg is plastic, is reconstructed. My jaw is reconstructed, which is what I take my time when I talk, because otherwise you're gonna hear mumbles and then I get angry. Respect. Thank you, Art. I respect you guys more because this is crazy. Because you guys think that I'm here trying to heal you guys, and honestly, this is me trying to heal myself and just being real with myself. For the longest time, I wrote in journals and diaries and everything, but no matter how much your ink you put in, hey, it's okay if it's only you watching. Because you know what? I didn't expect to have one person in here. And I'm grateful for that. But diabetic coma for 3 weeks. Brother, thank you. Thank you. So you know a little bit more about me, Tim, since you're the only one here. There's two. Yes, Art. Yes, there's two of us. I lost memory. Sorry, I have a cough drop, so otherwise I start coughing my lungs out. I'm a little sick. But TBI changed my life. When I woke up from the coma, I still don't remember much of my life. I know the past. I don't know. There's like a big gap that I'm never gonna come back to. And I'm fine with it now. Like, I'm really fine with that. Yeah, I hope there's gonna be more viewers, but you know what? Everything has taken time to get me here. You know? And like I said, I'm grateful for that. There's 3 now. Whoop whoop. Let's go. Let's go. Like, I get it. At first, I took the same approach that I've taken with PTSD. Like, instead of like the coping mechanism and all that stuff. Yeah, it's great. But I try to apply the same to TBI, and I appreciate I appreciate it for the sub. It's not required. Just your support is required. That's all that matters to me. Like I said, I'm just really stepping out of my comfort zone, really stepping out of something that I've been hidden and embarrassed about for the longest time. It's healing time to take the first step, yeah? Yeah, it's all about the first step. My first step, it was surrendering myself and acknowledging myself for who I am, with all my disabilities, with all my defaults. And I promise you that I'm not gonna try to become somebody else that I'm not, because that's what put me in the agoraphobia to begin with. And not really. It was really tough, let's just say that. TBI is a whole different demon. TBI will either make you or break you, but before it makes you, it's definitely gonna break you. Yes, we have challenges. We have challenges. One of my challenges is like as simple as this. This is how TBI can work like that. And it sounds crazy, right? Think about it. If my beard grows enough, and let's say you're sleeping and you wake up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom. When I'm gonna wash my hands and I see myself, I don't register this face to the rest of the body. Like, I know it's me, the face is not me. That's how can I explain it? That's as bad as it can get. And I suffer from that too, daily. That's why you see me trimming, you see my beard and something, and then I trim it because I cannot stand myself. It just scares me. It just scares me. It scares myself. But I didn't even know that I was gonna start a community or a channel like this, to be honest with you. Because what can people learn from me? And at the same time, I started changing that whole view. It sounds like a spiritual warfare, brother. Yes, it is. It really is. It's a warfare inside of here. Inside of here. My head is constantly going and finding the whys and the whens and this and that. I didn't care about music. Now I play music. Don't ask me how I know. Same thing with the art. Like, I've been painting and drawing. I was not a drawer or painter before. Been writing. But there's a lot of things that changes. And okay, so yes, you can tell me something, Tim. Go for it. I'm all ears or all eyes right now. By the way, thank you for the support, guys. I didn't expect nobody to be here, to be honest with you. This is my first life, and it's tough because I picked the hardest day to do so. Hardest day. But you know what? Compared to what I thought that this day was gonna go down 7 years ago to how it went down today, big difference. Big difference. Just so you guys know a little bit about me. Living with myself is like, I know who I am as a person because of my parents and because of what I remember. But at the same time, when I woke up from the coma, part of me came back and the other part is a stranger. So it's like living with a stranger within you that you still don't know if is a friend or an enemy. Like, it can go either way for you. And like I said, it's been a struggle. And the VA doesn't help much, because whatever you say to the VA can backfire to you. I got to a point that the VA was giving me almost like 12 to 13 different medications. And let's see what they said there. I was an addict, an alcoholic, and homeless for 14 years. I had many childhood issues. Was self-destructed. That was 12 years ago. Jesus saved me. Tim, we got a lot in common, buddy. We got a lot in common, because after that divorce, I was homeless in a tent in the desert of Vegas with 120 or 130 degrees with a cat in a litter box, brother. That was me. I'm blessed that I was able to snap back up and got on my feet, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I was surrounded myself with a lot of good people, but a lot of people had their own hidden agenda to take advantage of me too. Yes, I'm in Vegas. Well, let's just say this. I'm in Vegas every 3 weeks to be with my son every 3 weeks. But then my fiance lives in Florida, so I live there with her, and also my parents live in Puerto Rico, and I have a grandma that is 96 years old that I still take care of her in Puerto Rico. So let's just say that I travel and travel and travel and travel. So imagine going from agoraphobia, not leaving your house, to being from airport to airport to airport to airport, which at first was a struggle. Now it's a blessing. You're in Reno? Dude, we're just neighbors right now. We're what, 8-hour neighbors? 6-hour neighbors? Something like that. I have pollen falling from every direction. Like seriously, look how much pollen we have. So now you understand why my allergies, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's warming up. I don't know how is it warming up in Reno or because it was a little chilly until the other day. Now it's like warming up. Yes. Yes. What branch, Tim? I served in the Navy and Army. I did the Navy till from 98 to 2004. And then I was in the Army from 2007 to 2013 when I got out. Well, see, I had a group of veterans. I had a group of veterans over here in Vegas that we were doing really good. Like we were having like a cigar night. We used to call it Ash Wednesdays, which is, I know, we're going to hell for that, but and it was good at the beginning. It was a lot of support. U.S. Army from 1980 to 1986. Holy Moses, Tim! Like my respect to you, brother. I was born in 1980, so I'm only 46 years old. I'm a baby, okay? I'm a baby. I'm a baby with a grown ass body, and I don't know. Like I tell my girl, I feel like 46, but with everything that has happened to me in my body and my new things that I have to learn with, it feels like I'm in my 80s already. It's been taking a toll. Like chronic migraines, usually, like my left side of the brain was the one that shook, so that's why my like the imbalance and everything. But I was telling you, like we had a little group, nice group of veterans, and while we had our backs to each other, I started noticing a habit starting happening, which is the alcohol. The alcohol consumption started getting out of hand, and then it was more like let's get shit face Wednesdays, you know, and that didn't solve any problem. If anything, the only thing it was solving was creating more problems between us. Like I'm trying to heal, and the person that was trying to heal now is a completely different person. Now he doesn't even care about his problems. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I just didn't think that I didn't think that I would get my life back. To be honest with you, Tim, I sometimes what we eat is the culprit of aches and pains. I used to drink, but I was trying to hide emotions. I feel you. I feel you. I drink, but I've never been like alcoholic. My first wife was a raging alcoholic and a party animal, and that was not what I wanted for my life. And that was before I had kids. It's not who I am. That's why I left Vegas. All my friends, all they knew was to go to clubs and drink or gamble, and that's not how I roll. And literally, that's not how I roll. I guess we avoid our problems for so long that we get consumed by them, and then we become part of the problem. That's how I see it. That's how it happened to me. The more lost in my own world I was getting, the less I knew myself. As my roommate in the military was Puerto Rican, he was cool. It was the colonel. Driver was the best friend at the time. Yeah, yeah. I had a lot of Puerto Rican friends in the military. Um, I mean, we we PCS to different places, and we have different jobs. But I really didn't have a life while in the military. I was I was pretty much Oconus the whole time, or I was living in Qatar, or I was living in the Middle East. I was part of the QRF of the whole Middle East area. So pretty much the 911 of the whole area. But man, I just still can't believe today all this happened. Everything that I was so scared of. Everything that I was so scared of. Sometimes we play a movie in our heads, and that's how our mind playing tricks. I've been sick to my stomach since last night. Not knowing the outcome. Not knowing if this is going to be another pain. Another yay, but not really. So the main thing right now is that now that I have this community, I have you guys. And by the way, you guys have gave me so much love that I still say that I don't even deserve. I haven't done anything to deserve that. But I appreciate it. When I was dealing with all this TBI, PTSD, my bladder, everything, I didn't have a place to go. Like, not even on YouTube, not even nowhere. Nowhere. There's, nobody likes to talk about this kind of stuff. So if we don't talk about it, how are we going to get better? If you're trying to get better, avoiding your emotions is the worst thing that you can do. And avoiding your emotions are the culprit of you're going to get stuck, or you're going to push yourself back farther out. In my case, I forgot who the hell I was. But I fight every day to continue forward. Not to find out who I am right now, but I'm eager to see who I will become. Because this is a second chance in life. I shouldn't be alive. I really shouldn't be alive. Tim, thank you for being here today. And all of you that will watch this later, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. It says, I submit that you never knew who you are. That's what I said. Oh, I missed one. Brother, you're a deep thinker and obviously a emotion person. I am the same way. Only you and God knows what the core issue is. I had to find myself in Christ. Yeah, you're right about that. For what I know from my parents and everybody else that knew me before the accident, they have said one thing. I was very different. I had an ego and a power trip, and I think this made me a better person. So as messed up as it is, and a lot of people hate when I say this, the best thing that happened to me was that explosion in that coma. Because I feel like even though I don't know everything about myself, and even though I've got lost for a while, I think this is the best version of myself yet to come. And I don't even know what was God's plan and left in me. But looking at this community right now, because I refuse to call it a channel. A channel is just that, a channel. The channel doesn't help people. They just show people, entertain people. And community, you can go farther out. And don't get me twisted, even with all this craziness that has happened in my life, Tim, this pushed me to the thing that I hated and I was more scared of, public speaking. And as in 2024, actually no, 2023, I became a motivational speaker. Again, by accident. Somebody heard my story and they flew me to Puerto Rico to talk to a group of people. My understanding, there was only gonna be 20 people. It was supposed to be like in a little salon, a little area. Well, that turned into be in a public place, in the beach, and there were not 20 people. There were almost like 140. So you can only imagine giving me a microphone at the beach with 140 people listening to me what I have to say. Oh my God, I got pollen everywhere. And one thing led to the other. The next thing, I'm giving speeches left and right. Yes, well, it looks like to me God gave you a clean slate to build a better person. Let the past go. I had to let my terrible behavior go because it was holding me back. And I am new creation in Christ. I'm not afraid anymore. Yes. Yes. I can learn so much, Tim. I can learn so much from all of you. Are you kidding me? I have never, ever had so many people praying for me, sending me really good, beautiful words, sharing stories that, wow, it humbled me down really good because that means my problems were not even that big to begin with. There was a lady yesterday that she wrote me. She's been fighting cancer for 20 years. She has nobody. Just a dog. And here we are sometimes, we're like drowning in our own problems. With this little cough, sickness, or whatever. There's people out there that will love to have your sickness or my sickness right now. I feel like I'm losing my voice again, but we's good. But yeah, when I saw that, I started having this feeling like, oh my God, I shouldn't even start this channel. Like, just close this up. And that's when the whole community thought came up. And yeah, you're right. I'm a very deep thinker. I also read almost 2 books a day. I've been slowing down because I cannot afford buying so many books. So I've been pushing myself of reading a book a week by going through pages and taking it easy, and it's just books about everything: psychology, books of health growth, finance, history, science, you name it. Before my accident, I didn't read at all. I didn't like it. It was like pointless to me. Same thing as writing. Like, it was pointless to me. Yes, prayers are powerful. Yes. Prayers are super powerful. Like I said, I wasn't a very religious person in the past. I believe now that there's a different part of me that has come out in the acceptance way. Not in the fan of God. Not a fan of God. I'm just like, I'm a son of God. And I just gonna continue this journey. It doesn't matter how painful it is. Like I said, a couple days back, I filmed a video that I was not gonna film. I wasn't gonna film it. I was not gonna record nothing. I was not even gonna touch that subject because it's a very touchy subject, and I knew that if any veterans saw that and it got triggered, I will feel really bad for it, because I'm not trying to hurt anybody in this process. I'm just trying to heal myself and help whoever I can in this journey, you know? When I started this journey, I didn't have nobody to tell me either what to do or even give me support for it, you know? This was just cold turkey. Surprise, you ain't heard this. You don't know who you are? Whoop-de-doo, your problem. Like my doctor said, you are so lucky and you don't even know it. And when he said that, I was mad. He saw my face and he goes, don't get mad. Think about a bankruptcy. People get so much trouble and debt. They file for bankruptcy, and then years later, they start in a clean slate. They can build whatever credit they want. I was still baffled and tried to even figure this one out. He goes, you have a second life. Not many people can say that. You had a second chance in life. It's up to you how you want to use it, what you're going to get out of it, and who you are going to become. So I took the leap of faith 11 days ago, when I started talking to you guys. Yeah, exactly. It's not about religion. Yeah. And see, that right there, what you wrote, that's what my biggest fear was. Because I had a lot of friends that, big fans. And I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm not trying to judge anybody here. But it's kind of hard for somebody to try to guide you into religion when you see everything else that is happening behind the scenes that are far, far fetched from the truth, you know? Like, you know, if you want to become a writer, you go and start working on your vocabulary and do some research, right? But if you want to become a writer, you don't go to the shooting range to get good at shooting. Unless your book is about shooting. But, you know, maybe I'm just rambling my brain out. Like I said, I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm speechless. Like I said, I didn't expect anybody to show up, because I'm embarrassed how I speak. I'm embarrassed about my little lagoons, you know? Things I can control, like the shaking, like right now. Today's good. Today's a good day. If I can actually just hold my hand and it's actually not shaking that much. But there's days that I usually is easier to grab maracas and just make some noise, you know? Yeah, we complicate things that we're not supposed to know. Everything in advance. Faith is the key. Hey, many people are educated but not wise. And see, that's the thing. I always thought that being educated put me in a different bracket, and now, like, I got 3 different degrees, you know? Do I care about those degrees? No. I use them in the military, and that's it. I use it for a job, and I'm happy and I'm blessed for it. I'm blessed that I don't have no student loans. Thank God. But I was concerned that I cannot snap out of it because I have a daughter too. I have a son. Now I'm a dad. I'm finally a dad. This is what I wanted to be. And it has taken me this long. It has taken me this long. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all of you. Because when I woke up this morning, you guys have so many prayers written, left me in text, messages, comments. When I woke up this morning, I felt peace. I felt like I can walk into that courtroom with my head up, sure of that God had my back. And I knew that you guys had my back too. I just didn't think that it was gonna go that good. And I do my best to hold my tears about it, because this is not scripted. I don't do script. I believe talk from here. Talk from here. Well, it's been already 40 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for sharing everything with me. Thank you for being part of this journey and allowing me to be part of yours. A lot of people say it takes guts to talk about what I talk about, that I'm bold. No. It just gets to a point of life that you have to make the change for yourself, because sometimes we hold on into like everything will change with time. And no, it does changes in time, but it's not gonna solve your problems. Yes, thank you for your subscribe, but I'm very happy that I have met you. I'm very happy that I got to explain and get everything out of my chest. And what are the coincidence that you're a veteran? Like, my respect to you. Okay? Well, brother, stay humble, stay strong. To all of you, don't give up. Keep that hope going. And if it's hard for you to keep it going, don't worry. I'll make sure to keep it going for you. All right? I appreciate it for being here for my first live. God bless. To the next one. Bye. I don't even know how to turn off this. Huh. This is awesome. Well, I guess now it's goodbye.